Hey, what's up? We are live. This is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com, coming at you with my second Sunday marketing solution. And today we're going to cover closing your prospects, whether you're in network marketing, home business, or maybe you're in affiliate marketing, maybe you're offering a system, one of those things, right? So this is for any of you who are at all getting prospects and or customers into your business in one form or another. And if you want to know more about me, you can go to my blog, drmemogamboa.com. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on a story or anything like that. Just know I'm a family man first, and I have 3 children and a beautiful wife. And so I am now doing these Sunday webinars, even though my kids are upstairs and they're going to be by themselves in a little bit after my wife goes. And so if you hear some background noise and whatnot, please forgive me. But that is life in the family household. So closing, we're talking about closing today, and I was going through some courses, and I for this webinar on closing, I went through one course. I'm like, you know what? Let me check out this other training. And before I knew it, I had like 14 pages of notes just for today. I can't go through 14 pages of notes in an hour because I just want this to go an hour at the most. So I think what I'm going to do, you can't really talk about closing without talking about objections, but I'm going to try to split it up. So I'm going to have one training on closing, and then in a couple weeks, I'm going to have a training on objections, because next week I wanted to do Pinterest traffic. So I'm going to do probably that, and then go into objection handling when you're closing your prospects. Okay. So the first thing I want to say about closing is I got this training from the MLSP community. I'm part of the MLSP community. If you want to learn more about that, you let me know. And it's from Todd and Leah Ray Getz. They did a training for the community, and they were talking about closing, and both for network marketing and or a system like MLSP. And they were talking about, you got to call your leads, was the first thing they said. Okay, so this is about calling your leads. You got to call your prospects, right? And those of you who are in network marketing just getting started, or even if you've been in a while, you know that you got to talk to people. You got to talk to people for the business to work. So it's a relationship business, right? So again, I'm just sharing notes here. These are my notes, all right? They're sloppy. I can read them though, because I've been doing it for years. It's a relationship business, right? So picking up the phone is often the biggest hurdle for people. I know it was and still is for me sometimes. But like Ray Higdon says, often the thing that you fear the most is what will make you the most money. So if you were able to pick up the phone and get over that, you'd probably start winning, so to speak, right? So the other thing is the misconception about online marketing. Online marketing doesn't forgive you from learning basic network marketing skills, which is inviting and prospecting and talking to people. So you can't just hide behind your computer, which is why, that's why I like doing these webinars too. It kind of puts my face out there. But you can't just hide behind your computer. You got to talk to people, And so if you are doing online marketing stuff, try to ask for phone numbers, which is something I got to do. I've gone through a couple of my pages and okay, I got to add the phone number thing on there so they can put their phone number. And if they put it on there, call them, right? So let's see. If you don't call them, someone else will. Ray Higdon always gives the example of where he's called prospects. They're like, wow, you actually called me. I don't know how many times I put my name and number in one of these pages and nobody calls me. So, and I remember Vince Reed too. He said that one of the keys he learned was from another mentor he had was he got somebody to call his leads for him. He didn't have time to call his leads, so he had somebody call his leads for him. So if you're in a position to maybe have a VA, virtual assistant, call your leads, you can do that too. Just something to throw out there. All right, so a lot of times you'll call though, right? You'll call your prospect. This is after you've invited. We're talking about closing, so we've skipped the invitation process. You've invited them to maybe take a look at something. You invited them to talk to you on the phone, tomorrow or the next day. So now you're going to call them. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. You call them. Brr, brr, brr. And what do you do if they don't answer, right? So first off, they're saying maybe the best for them, a lot of times the best time to call is late afternoon. Most people are working, right? So they're getting out at their local time after 5 o'clock sometime. And then early evening is really good. And so is Fridays are great, right? That's what they said. So and then make sure when you do call that you document everything. Document whether you called, you answered, what day it was, did you leave a message, what message did you leave, And then you want to leave a voicemail, and I'll go over the voicemail script here in a minute. You do want to leave a voicemail and usually they say, they're doing about a 2 to 3 strike rule. So in other words, they've called them 2 or 3 times and that's it. You got to think that you can always get more leads / more prospects, right? There's billions of people out in the world. There's more people for you to talk to, right? Don't waste your time chasing someone who doesn't want to answer the phone, right? And I did that in the beginning of my career. I just said, "Hi, it's me. Just wondering if you saw the video." Yeah, okay, I'll call you again. And then I would do it even worse. I would say, "Okay, I'll call you again tomorrow. I'll check in." Instead of saying like, "Hey, call me, dude." You can send an email. Most people, if they subscribe to your list, they got to give you the email. Now, if you're face to face and talking, obviously this is all phone. Most phones are mobile now, so you can't send a text, right? And what they recommend is if you send a text, just send it one time. The phone, the voice is the most important. Okay, so send a text once. 99.9% of texts get open. Have you ever had a text that you didn't open that you were like, I'm not opening that. I'm not going to look at it. So just if you have their mobile number, you send them a text, it'll get open, right? Let's see. You can message them on Facebook. A lot of times you can find them with their email that they gave you and message them on Facebook. Or if you know their name, you could, and you know what they look like, you can find them on Facebook and message them there. You're trying to touch them, and be in front of them. You don't want to be a stalker though. So I wouldn't what they said was don't email them, call them, text them, find them on Facebook all on the same day at the same time. Then you're a little like stalkerish. So, again, do 2 of these things. They said at the most, at the most do 2 of these things, with the phone call being the most important. Okay. So, what if they don't answer? Here's the voicemail script. Okay. So I'm going to skip right to this is Leah Ray's voicemail script, and I downloaded it from their site, which is Todd and Leah Ray gets.com. Leah Ray is spelled Leahrae. Leah Ray. Yeah. All right. So the first voicemail. Hey, Imelda. That's my wife's name. This is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw that you were checking out our free training, and you're going to get the recording of this so you can rewind it. Okay. If you're watching a replay of this, you can rewind it. I saw that you were checking out our free training. Name the training or topic. This is again, or maybe, if you were scheduled to call me, you could say, I'm just calling. It's blah blah blah. It's 2:00 on Thursday. I'm just calling you like I said I would, and then you can say something like. So anyway, let me read the whole script to you. Okay. So, hey, Imelda, this is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw that you were checking out our free training on Instagram. For building your business online. I just wanted to reach out, see what you are up to, and how we can help you out. Give me a call, and then repeat your phone number. You can call me back at 7 blah 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 555-555-555. Again, that's 555. Repeat the phone number twice. Okay, so that's a lot of times, like I'm a marketer, I have capture page. People put their name, email, phone number. So then this is the kind of script I would use. You can change it a little bit, right? Hey, this is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. Or hey, what's up, Tom? This is Dr. Memo. It's Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'm just calling you like we agreed to. Clearly, you're busy right now, so I will try you again tomorrow, or you can give me a call at leave your phone number twice, right? And then day 2, but I think they wait a full 24 hours. Okay, they wait a full 24 hours because you don't want to be an eager beaver. Day 2, and I'm going to read the script off, and then I'm going to switch it for if this is not through like a capture page that you capture somebody's information. And oops, sorry about my phone there. Get rid of that. All right. Day 2. Hey, Tom. This is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw that you were checking out our free training. I just wanted to. The script is the same. Oh yeah. So you basically leave the same voicemail twice. But if I was in network marketing, and if I remember Ray Higdon's voicemail script properly, I would say something like, "Hey, this is Ray Higdon, just reaching out again to talk to you about the opportunity I mentioned the other day, and if you want, you please give me a call back at number blah 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 blah. But you never. The point is to always keep your posture and never be like, hey man, don't get defensive. How come you're not answering or anything like that? Never get defensive. Always be posture and be like, you don't care whether they get in or not. So day 1, day 2 voicemail. The voicemails are about the same. Okay. Especially if you have a system and they don't answer. And I've done this before. But hey. Again, so let me just repeat it. Hey, Tom, this is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw that you were checking out our free training on Instagram for building your business online. I just wanted to reach out, see what you are up to, and how we can help you out. Give me a call at blah, 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 right? Maybe you're an affiliate marketer. I saw that you were checking out our I don't know, like let's say you do ClickFunnels, checking out ClickFunnels, to help you build your business online, and then same thing. So day 3 is the kicker though. Day 3 is when, and it's actually, I think if I remember correctly, 48 hours from day 2. So this is a whole 72 hour, right? So you got day 1, 24 hours at day 2, 48 hours from day 2, then you got the third voicemail, okay? Hey, this is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw you were checking out our free training for building your business online. I just wanted to reach out, see what you were up to, and how we can help you out. Looks like I've left you a few voicemails. Haven't heard back. Clearly not interested in chatting. I'll go ahead and cross you off my list. That's it. And you don't ever call them again. Often after this, they end up calling you back. That's what they're saying, So, hey, this is Dr. Memo from... Hey, this is Memo. Hey, Tom, this is Memo calling you again. Just checking in to see if you still want to take a look at the presentation. I think I left you a few voicemails already. Seems like you're not really too interested, so I'll just cross you off my list. Right? So it doesn't, these scripts are not to be taken literal. I just want to point that out. So use your own language. You have a way to talk. I have a way to talk. It doesn't have to be exact. So hopefully you get the gist of it, right? So now, maybe even scarier, what if they do answer? What if they're like, hey, what's up? And so the first thing is you want to sound natural, that's why maybe it's good to get in some sort of like zone of prospecting and calling, right? Let me take a drink of water, sorry. So you want to, Leah and Todd, they did a great job of, they role played during this training, and it was really cool. And she was the caller, he was the prospect. He's like, yeah, I guess I want to do it. Yeah, she was like, so it was, but you want to practice role play, and they give the warning, which I give the warning to everybody about everything they do, is you're going to suck at first. Just remember, there's tons of people out there, man. Don't let that bother you. You're going to think about it, try to get better, right? Don't keep doing the same mistakes, but, try to get that posture going. And it's hard, try to get the posture going, That's the number one thing. Manage your energy. Ray Higdon always talks about that too. The reason I keep mentioning Ray, because I went through his closing course along with this one. So I'm going to go to his in a minute. Okay. So you want to watch the tone and inflection of your voice, a lot of times people are unsure. So, what'd you think? What'd you think of the video you saw? Scared. What are they gonna say? Let's see. Let's see. Remember, you have to remember. They are the prospect. You are the leader. People want to be led. They're looking for someone to show them the promised land. They really are. So they want to show. They want to talk to someone who can show them exactly what to do, not someone who is just as lost as they are. So I remember Vince Reed, again, one of my mentors for sure. He says, people want simple, and they want you to show them an easy way for them to make some money or win at whatever it is you're trying to show them. They want, if you got 3 people there and one of them can't explain anything as far as like how or they don't feel like that person can show them how, they're not going to join, but if you can actually just give off the energy of like, hey man, follow me and we're going to go places, that alone goes a long way. So what to say on the phone. So just remember that the person asking the questions is the one in control of the conversation. All right. So more questions, the better. You're trying to get You're trying to ask questions. That's what you're trying to do. Okay. Find their why and find their pain. Okay. That's like, I don't want to say ammunition, but I can't think of it better. Maybe fuel for your closing, for your closing. So what are they open to? So your job is to fill their need. Find out what their need is and fill it. You're not there to change their mind. So let's say you're in a skincare company and you call someone and you say, hey, I noticed that you got on, you put your name and email and your phone number on my page where I listed 3 tips for better skincare, and blah blah blah, and you guys are talking, but they don't want to join your company. Maybe they just want better foundation. I don't know. But your job is to fill their need, not change their mind. We'll say it again. Your job is to fill their need, not change their mind. You're not there to try to change their mind to go into your company. You're not there to tell them how awesome your company is compared to their company. And if you're just in network marketing and you're not like in a system like I am, that's why people, I understand it's hard because you're trying. It's all you got. You got your company and your whatever company you're in, and you're trying to get them into the company. So if you call someone and they're already in love with their company, the conversation's over, right? But and like in my case, I get to benefit from people who say no. I say, well, I have this other thing that can help you build that business, So something to think about. Let's see. So, and they got this part from this next part. Tyler gets they got this from Mark Lalone, and I actually had that. I have this pasted on my wall over here too. I could probably show you like this. Let's see. Yeah, it's over there. See, and it's his way of like talking to people, which is find out if they're married, single, or dating. And this is not truly this is not a relationship class, but well, maybe it is, but it's not that kind of relationship class. So again, you're going to do what's in the best interest of your prospect. Again, I'm reading here, so I'm sorry if me not looking right at the camera bothers you. Don't push them into something they're not open to. Don't convince. There's so many people who try to convince people to do stuff. Is there words and linguistics you can use to make them see that this is a good thing? Sure. And I'll cover that in the objection handling a couple weeks from now. All right. So you want to categorize people into one of the following. Are they married? In other words, they already have an opportunity and they're happy where they are. Okay. They're single. They don't have an opportunity. They're looking for ways to make money from home and or online. Right. So then number 3, are they dating? Have an opportunity, but not too happy with it. And they're open to other stuff, So let's see. We got some scripts here. Let's see. Oh yeah. So these are for like the system I'm in, but you can kind of finagle them for network marketing. And I'm going to get some network marketing scripts too. So if you're just patient, we'll get there. Hey, Tom, this is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. I saw that you were checking out our free training for building your business online. I just wanted to reach out and see what you're up to and how we can help you out. They answered. Okay, so they answered already. Are you currently in a business? What company are you working with? So you're trying to get to the bottom of it, right? And what got you started with that company? What is your goal for your business? Is there a specific income that you need to reach per month to reach that goal? All right. These are generic questions before you even know if they're married, single, or dating, right? You're trying to find this out. What is your biggest struggle or challenge? How has your sponsor / upline been able to help you overcome this challenge? So you're just trying to, again, you're asking questions. You can see these are all questions. They're not statements, right? Like, oh, you should join my company because it's way better than that one, So what if they're married? What if they're happy with their company? Now, if you don't have a system or something else to give them, heck, man, become an Amazon affiliate and point them to a book. Oh, I read this awesome book and point them to a book and get a commission off that. It's not that hard. You can become an Amazon affiliate for free. So, if married, let's see. So if they're married, they're happy with their company. It sounds like you know where you want to go. You have the vehicle you want to use to get there, but you're just looking for the roadmap or system you can plug into to get there, correct? Awesome. So if I could share with you, show you how to build your brand, grow your audience, and generate leads, plus be able to earn commissions on 90% or so of those who are not going to join your opportunity, is that something you'd be open to taking a look at, right? So that's what I do, right? 90% are going to say no to my primary, so I'm going to point them to the other one. Great. Let's schedule a time that we both can be on the computer, and I can share with you how we build our brand, grow our audience, and generate leads for our business, and how you can do the same. Okay, that's if they're married. You're pointing them to the system. Okay. Now, what if they're single or dating? So they're not happy with their opportunity, or they don't even have one, but they're looking for one. Okay. So it sounds to me like you're going to repeat whatever challenge they said. Like you're not getting support from your upline, or your warm market has run out. Whatever, you're repeating those words. If you can do it exactly how they say it, it's even better. And as far as as great a company as whatever their MLM is, it isn't really helping you to reach the goals you've had set out for yourself, correct? And you want them to verify that, right? So in a perfect world, what is it that you would be getting? What is it that you feel you need to succeed here? So you're trying to figure out what they think what would help them, and when you figure that out, you can say, oh, and provide them what they want. Would you be open to taking a look at a new company that doesn't have those obstacles you're experiencing now? Right? I mean, you could be more specific if you heard answers, right? If I could show you a way where you could get whatever it is they're missing, where you can get more upline support, and point out, let's see, it says a way where you can get what it is that they're missing / need to succeed, and get one-on-one coaching with me or whatever, some sort of unique selling point, where you, or like maybe you have a group that you're in, something like that, right? Is that something you'd be open to taking a look at? So I'll repeat that one again. Would you be open to looking at a new company that doesn't have those obstacles you're experiencing now? If I could show you a way where you could get, and it says in parentheses, what it is they're missing, close parentheses, and unique selling point, like get one-on-one coaching, put you on a path to a dozen leads per day, or have us recruit half your downline for you, and that depends on your compensation plan, like a binary compensation plan. Is that something you'd be open to take a look at? So a lot of these new systems have these power line systems where like they auto build one side and you just got to build one leg, right? Translation, you still got to build a team. So that's the script, so would you be open? A lot of recruiters say that. Would you be open? Would you be open? Okay. So let's see. Again, so those were the scripts, and I'm just going to go over if they're married, single, or dating again. All right. And then we're going to talk about the follow-up process. Okay. So if they're married, you're not trying to force them into your primary opportunity, right? Give them something to help them with their business. Maybe it's a community group you're in. Maybe it's your newsletter if you have one. I recommend you start building a list online. I do. Other free or paid trainings that you can offer them. Like I said, maybe offer them a book that you're an affiliate of Amazon. You can send them the book link, right? So, and then what you want to do is keep them connected to you no matter what. Okay. So you want to build that relationship. So one day, maybe they weren't ready to join your system. Maybe they weren't ready to take on coaching with you. You can still build a relationship online. Okay. So if they're single, don't have they don't have an opportunity, but they want to make money from home. Introduce them to your primary or your system or whatever it is, your main thing that you want to introduce them to, right? So I kind of went over the script for that. If they're dating, same thing. You're still saying the same question. Are you open to taking a look at this new opportunity? Blah blah blah. So they have a business opportunity. When they're dating, they're just not happy with their business op already. So you can introduce them to your primary, or if you're trying to at the moment maybe win an affiliate contest or whatnot, you could introduce them to that, right? So let's see. With practice, you will figure out what they want. So your job is to figure out what they need and give it to them. Okay. So they mentioned if somebody's open, that they like to do live screen shares. And I think this works great for systems, like if you're in some sort of affiliate marketing system or any of those like type things, like the communities I'm in, and you can show them exactly everything that's back in your back office. And then what it is you can actually like screen share, and when they're ready to sign up, you're there like talking them through it. Because let's be honest, how many times have you had someone who says, yeah, I actually am ready to join. I'll fill it out tomorrow. I'll fill out the form tomorrow and get ready to go tomorrow, and they just never do. And before you know it, they're gone. So live screen share. The thing about it is you have a captive audience, which is a great thing, right? And you have them there in front of you. They'll watch the entire thing. They can't like watch 5 minutes, then walk away and feed the baby, then come back, right? You're there with them, right? So that would just be kind of rude. You can answer questions as you go. That's one of the things about screen sharing. And now with Zoom, even on Skype, you can screen share, Hangouts, whatever you want to use. You can close them right there, and that's basically it. Yeah, you can close them right there. You can answer all the questions. It says no getting stood up on your follow up. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess you can get stood up anytime because you can show up. If they show up, they can still not show up for a live screen share. So I don't know what you meant by that. All right. So the follow up process. Let's see. When sending to presentation or scheduling walkthrough, get the time to commit. Okay. So let's say the other thing I want to say about live screen share, and she did say this, is that is a time suck. So the phone is faster, right? And pointing them to something, but and getting time commitments. The screen share thing, you're going to get more signups that way probably, and more commitments. But you're going to sit there. It's going to take you half hour to 45 minutes to screen share, right? So, but it is effective. So it's up to you how you want to do it, right? When sending the so follow-up process. When sending to presentation or scheduling walkthrough, get the time commitment. Okay, how soon can you take a look? You want to know how soon can you take a look. Always get a concrete follow-up date and time. And she heard this before. I think she heard this from Cesar Rodriguez. I think you're good at keeping an appointment, right? And tell them how long it's going to be. I'm only going to keep you for like a half hour, 45 minutes. And or if they're going to watch a video, you can, I have a half hour video. When do you think you can watch it? Great, you can watch it by 4 o'clock. So if I call you by 4:35, you've had watched it. You get a commitment from them. Great, I'm going to talk to you then. I'm going to call you as soon as it's finished. So again, always stay postured, right? If they didn't watch it, okay. So this is what you do if they didn't watch it. Okay, so when will you watch? When will you be able to watch it? Get a time commitment again, okay? And then make them aware that you're giving them a second chance. Remember, they're not doing you a favor, okay? You're doing them a favor. You like Eric Warrior says, you have the thing that's a better way, right? Network marketing is not perfect, but it's a better way. So you are doing them the favor, not the other way around. Stay postured, okay? Let's see. The other thing you can say is, well, and I'm going to cover this a little bit, but it's something like, well, I have a lot of other phone calls I got to make with people who have watched the video. So if you want to watch it, that's great. Go ahead and watch it. And if you do, give me a call. But I got to run, because I have other. And then they're like, oh, well, why don't you just tell me about it? Like, even if I told you about it, I still would want you to watch the video because it explains everything and it finds out if it's a fit for you or not. And if it's not, the video, you'll find out by watching the video. So even if I explain it to you, I'll still want you to watch the video because it explains everything super simply, and then it'll let you know if it's a fit for you or not. So, like I said, if you want to watch it, go ahead and then give me a call when you're finished. Because you don't care. You could always get more people. You don't care if they join or not. And they say, well, I'm gonna watch it. I can watch it. All right. Well, when do you think you can watch it? I got a 4:15 and or 4:30 open tomorrow. Will you watch it by then? If I give you a call, you get a solid commitment and let them know that, you're busy. You got people, man, people up the wazoo trying to get, you got to talk to, man. You're busy. No messing around. Yeah. So if you get stood up, right, never beg, right? You're gonna call within 24 hour. Let's say you call them, hey, just calling you. You said you were gonna watch a presentation by this time, blah blah blah. Call them again, like next day, maybe a couple days after that. Leaving postured voicemails. Okay. I don't like giving direct scripts because, even though I did, because you don't want to be robotic, right? So just be you. Be a more amazing you, if that's possible. Let's see. Don't beg for time or anything. Appointment should be today or tomorrow. So yeah, whenever like you're rescheduling because they missed, or it should be within the next 48 hours, right? All right. So here we go with closing. So they watched your video, and I'm gonna get to this. Ray Higdon has a great one, and like I said, I have so many notes here. All right, I'll just keep going. Damn it. All right. The famous question always is, after somebody's watched your presentation, whatever it is, maybe you sent them to an event, maybe you sent them a video, maybe you sent them, maybe they read a magazine. You're going to ask this question: what did you like best? Right? And you're going to let them answer. And stay postured. Manage your energy. Okay. Let's see. And then she said, stay postured. And then she said, so call it like you see it. Don't take any excuses. Don't settle for probablys or maybe. That's not an answer. Don't be afraid to call BS. Okay, so you're gonna say, what did you like best? They're gonna answer something positive, right? Because what didn't you like? So what did you like best? And it's great, right? You get started, and it's a lot of times they might say, too close. A lot of times they might say, yeah, sure. Other times they might say, whoa, no, and I'll go over that in a second. Sorry, I'm getting tangled up here. But let's see. So again, it's hard to get to talk about closing without talking about objections. Okay. So you want to mercilessly obliterate objections. That's what she wrote. So I'm going to give you a few here, and then I'm going to go over Ray's closing. Okay. Because and then what I'm going to do is go over tons of objections a couple weeks from now. So are they really interested or no? You really, you could ask, you really just got to ask them, so are you really interested or you're not? It's a general question, for whatever objection they give, right? So you really want to, are you really interested or not? Because I don't want a maybe. Maybes are like rabies, So, so is this a real objection or just an excuse? Not trying to change their mind, just trying to get them to commit one way or the other. So again, we don't want maybes. And sometimes you can say that. Look, I respect that. You don't have the money, you don't have the time, but I just need to know: are you truly interested, or are you really not? Because I'd rather you just say yes or no, and it's okay either way. So here's her quick tip on I don't have the money. If you had the money, would you get started right now? And yes, then how soon will you have the money? And get a commitment and stay postured. Okay. And these are quick. I don't have time, or how much time does it take? They'll ask a question like that. So ask them, how much time do you have? Let's see. And take that, how much is that getting, so, okay, yeah. So how much time do you have, and the other thing you can ask is, well, how much time do you spend at your regular job, and, they might say 40 hours a week, and well, how much free time do you have? And they might say, 5 hours a week. Well, it's just really 5 hours, or do you spend any time watching TV? Well, I guess maybe 10 hours. See, that if you start asking more questions, you can get to the bottom of it, is the point, So in other words, some people say, well, I only got like 2 hours a week to work. Well, you work every single day? Maybe some people do. I don't know, But there's going to be more free time than they're saying in there. A lot of people, their perception of what they can and can't do is it's just skewed, because everybody's in a woe is me attitude usually. So let's see, what did I want to write here? And you always want to stay positive. Like, look, if you don't see value in this, that's fine, not a big deal. So I found I look. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I have to ask my. I like this one actually. I have to ask my spouse. So that's one objection she had. So, all right. Well, yeah, I understand that. I'm married too. So if I'm understanding this correctly, like if you go to Home Depot and you're buying some stuff, you're at the checkout line, doot 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 doot, and once it reaches a certain price, you're like, oh, wait a minute, let me call my wife or husband, make sure I can still buy this stuff, and that's where, because you're trying to give an example of, like, again, you're calling their BS. Like, do you really ask for permission every time you buy something or do something, and look, if you really got to talk to your spouse, the best way for you to do it is get in, and then I could be on the phone with you, or I could screen share with you in a couple days here with you and her, or you and him, and we could show him exactly what's going on. And if you still don't want it, then that's fine, So let's see. Like in my one of the systems is a 30-day guarantee. So if you get in, and I'm sure a lot of you have certain guarantees for certain things that you're selling. So look, there's a money back guarantee. If the best thing for you to do is get in, get started right away. I'm going to help you, and then we'll show him or her together in a couple days, and we'll go through this whole thing again, right? So then you close in the spouse too, but sometimes you got to do that. So let's see. Let's see. Sorry about my sound effects here. I gave the example about the checkout. And you want to say this can actually help your future. So I want to do some research first, and that's when you say, oh, so you believe everything Google says, right? And well, let me just tell you, you're going to find some crazy stuff, but there's no truth meter in Google, right? So you can say something like that, right? Let's see. Let's see. Commit to show spouse 24 hours. I look forward to working with you. If you don't see value, that's fine. I told you that before. If you don't see value, that's fine. Because you want them just to commit. The basic thing is you're trying to get commitments. Okay, you're trying to. I think it's the laziest networker, Mark J. He says you are trying to collect decisions. So we're trying to collect decisions here. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes or no. And the more decisions you collect, eventually the more yeses you're going to get, right? I mean, if you've been in network marketing for 6 months, you know this already. It's just a matter of going out there and doing it. So commit to show, let's say, I look forward to working with you. By failing to close people, you are failing them. She made that point. There are people out there struggling through life right now, struggling financially, struggling mentally, because they're struggling financially. And you might be their saving grace. You might have met that person today, but you didn't say anything. So, let's get better. Let's get better at showing people. And if you come from a serving position of service, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't get hung up on the cost of your kit, right? So, let's see. They said practice makes perfect. Role play. Remember, people have to know, like, and trust you. That's why you want to add video. Add video to your marketing. Screen sharing is nice if you're not talking face to face. Generate leads with phone number. Let's see. Try to call people while the offer's fresh in their mind. Ray Higdon says he has a goal of calling people as soon as I'm sure he doesn't even call his own leads anymore, but he has a goal of calling his leads as soon as he sees there, and like he's hoping that the training is like playing in the background. Now they were saying like they like to wait like a day, a day or maybe like at least half a day, so something. I leave those things up to you. Every strategy out there has worked in some form or another for some people. So, all right. So let's see. Just recently, like a couple weeks ago, Ray had a live training on closing. So I kind of went over that. I also have his total recruiting mastery course, which he did for the MLSP community. And then that came with a bonus closing training he did for his Top Earner Success School. And another training that I haven't even gone through yet, which I'm gonna, because I freaking forgot about it, just to be honest, called his first course ever, which is called Magnetic Sponsoring Secrets. So it's supposed to be pretty epic. So I'm going to go through that pretty soon too. Anyway, I'm a learner, man. I'm a learner first. So, and I'm just regurgitating this for you. I feel like I need some music back here or something. Anyway, all right. Let's see. So, and Ray likes to point to a tool or an event. So when he's closing, right? So, and then, and he asks that same question. What did you like about what you saw? Like in my case, I like using video too. What did you like about what you saw? And what he says is, first things first, if you get a negative response from that, what were you hoping to see? You know, or you can say, why did you agree to watch it in the first place? They agreed to watch it, right? So why? You know, they had a reason. And you can, oh, you may have missed, and then try to explain, but he likes this. If they get, if you, he really likes, why did you agree to watch it? And they might say, oh, well, I'm looking for a little extra income. My mom, we have to find her a better place to live, where she can have 24-hour care, so just curious, is this something you have to do or it's optional, and if you don't join the team, how will you come up with the money? Right. So then you just obliterated that objection. So there's a little, there's got to be some objection training in the closing, right? So the other thing he said is, for those of you who do three-way calls, okay, so some of you do three-way calls, right? You're there with your person, or you have them on the phone and they watch the video, like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna get George Henry on the phone, and you can ask him all your questions. The last thing you want to do is edify your prospect. What does edification mean? So let's say Tom is my prospect, okay, and I'm calling George. Hey, George, I'm here with Tom. Tom is a great guy. He's awesome. He's like the smartest guy on the planet, and he knows how to sell, and he's going to do awesome when he joins our company, And now that guy's chest is blown. That guy's head is big, and he feels like the giant, and your upline has to figure out how to, show him or her that joining is a good idea when he obviously is doing awesome, right? Because he's awesome. So you want to edify your upline, okay? So edify your upline, or else your upline is going to have to course correct, and that's just an extra step that needs to be taken, So, and you can course correct very easily. Well, let me ask you, why did you even agree to watch this presentation? Why are we even talking? So that's simple. All right, so they watched the video, and now, what did you like best about what you saw? And you're going, and if they're positive, you're gonna ask this question. Oh wow, I like that too. Why is that important to you? Or what do you mean? And let them explain further, about the positive. And then you're gonna say this. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Right? Now, he always talks about tonality, and I think I did a pretty good job there. Sounds to me like you're ready to join, right? It's a statement. It's not a question. Sounds to me like you're ready to join? That's a question. No, it's a statement. Sounds to me like you're ready to join, So it's all about tonality. And he says he will grow a beard before he speaks again. They will speak first. So, that sounds to me like you're ready to join. Oh, no, no, I'm just kidding. No. Sounds to me like you're ready to join. Silence. Grow a beard. Make some eggs, some toast, have lunch until they answer. And some of them are going to say yay or nay, right? So do not say another word until they do. Do not speak first. Let's see. And then, so let's say you said that. It sounds to me like you're ready to join. And they're like, what? No, I didn't say that. I'm like, oh, this is where you play dumb. Oh my God. Heavens me. As I said. It's just that when people say what you just said, they typically join. Let me say that again. It's just that when people say exactly what you just said, they typically join. Okay, so and then you just continue the conversation from there. And the tip is ask more questions. Just keep asking questions, and go from there. There's more, and I'm going to go over it in a second. What if they're positive after you say that? Like, sounds to me like you're ready to join. Hell yeah, I'm ready to join. Let's do this. Boom, end of conversation. Whether you're the one making with the third party call, or you're there one-on-one, whatever it is, screen sharing. Boom. Okay, cool. Get them started. And that's it. Do not add stimulus. That's what he said. So many people keep talking, and then you say something, and they're like, "Wait, what? Maybe I got to think about this." Don't add stimulus. Quiet. Silence. All right. Let's see. So, that was that training from Ray that I saw a couple weeks ago, and then I have the Total Recruiting Mastery. So, I just want to go over a couple things. Why the phone? Why is the phone? Why Todd Learea gets, who shot up the ranks in our community like crazy? Why do they use the phone? Why does Ray, who we all know is a marketing beast, use the phone? Why does Vince Reed say, make sure you have somebody call all your leads? Why does he use the phone? Why does other communities that have, gotten some trainings from them, people call me, right? Why do they use the phone? Speed, time. That's why. So time is of the essence. Time is the most valuable resource, and people who don't make a lot of money, who are not really inclined to, or just don't have the mindset yet of abundance, they don't value their time that much. So I'll give you a few examples about that. Okay, it's Thanksgiving, and you're at Thanksgiving dinner, but you have some family members that they got to go because they got to get some sleep, because they got to get up at 3 a.m. so they can go to a store and get $30 off a TV for Black Friday. Okay, so they're going to wait 3 hours for the store to open just so they could be in line to get $30 off some sort of gadget, right? That's going to add zero real value to their life, right? So those are people, they don't value their time. Their time is not as important, right? I'd much rather go when it's empty and buy it for a few bucks more. Another example, you drive 10 miles down the road because that gas station gas is 10 cents less than yours, in your local area. So, that again, I'm and I gotta say, I'm not a gazillionaire or anything like that. So, but I definitely have never done that, even when the gas prices were high. I remember being like, oh my God, look at the line in that gas station. There was one like down the block from where I work. I'm like, and I would just go to the other one because I was not going to wait. I don't like waiting. I'm trying to get somewhere, maybe just home. I don't know, but I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm not waiting, So, poor don't get this. They don't value their time. They don't understand. So, time management will determine your success. Okay. So it is your management. A lot of times he says the management of time is the number one thing that will determine your success. You have to learn to manage your time. And more time, like if you have more time, not going to make you successful. Okay. He always says this, and I say this a lot too. If you can't build your business part-time, there's no way you're going to build it full-time. Okay. Because it has nothing to do with more time or less time. It has to do with time management. So, yeah. Let's see. He's phone in the beginning, get on the phone, speed. So, he did say, he just wanted to point out, he goes, if you're doing something that's working, like sending people to events and stuff, and it's working, keep doing it. He's not against any of that. He's just saying that the phone thing, I mean, especially, you get to see more, you get to call more people. It's just faster. You don't have to get dressed up. It's, boom, right there. Right. So, and then another time saver in the long run is creating content, right? So you can point people to resources. That'll be later for you. Let's see. All right. So following up and closing your company leads. Okay. So first we're going to talk about marketing and prospecting. Okay. So prospecting is actively interacting with the person one-on-one, online or offline, etc. Okay. Marketing is passive. That means you are doing something that you hope an unnamed individual takes action on, right? So that whether it's click to your website or whatever, and then do something from there, right? Um, if you are prospecting, there's no need to send to a capture page. You're already talking to them. You already have a lead. You're not saying like, if they say like, "Hey, Dr. Memo, I really want to find out what business you're in." Oh, okay. Here, put your name and email in this capture page. What? I already told you I was interested. Why don't I do that? I gotta do that. So they won't do it. So let's see. What's a capture page? In case you didn't know, it's a way for people to put their information in. So I said, oh yeah, if you're already talking to them, send them directly to your resource, to your whatever it is, like the company video or whatever, your company resource. Which not directly to the sales page, okay? Or yeah, if you're talking to them, you can send them directly to the company resource, whatever that is. But if you're marketing, if you're someone who's marketing online, he said, don't send them, I hope you're not spamming your stuff all over Facebook and that. It just doesn't work. People look it up, and they're always going to find some dude in like Scandinavia who says it's a scam, So never send them directly to a company sales page, okay, in your marketing. This is the passive marketing stuff, okay? Let's see. At a minimum, have a capture page, then send to sales page. This is not the best, but better than sending directly to a sales page, okay? Let's see, because what happens is if you're spamming your MLM, you are creating resistance and eliminating curiosity. All right, so yeah. He gave some. Yeah, don't want that. Let's see. I think that's must. So he was just pointing out, most companies, they teach prospecting, but they don't teach closing. So you have to, there's tons of trainings out there on closing. This is one of them, I guess now, and so you can look up stuff and figure out how to close. So let's see, overcoming objections. The number one thing about overcoming objections, again, we're going to go through a major objection handling thing in a couple weeks here, but is you want to manage your energy. If you're getting a lot of objections, it's because maybe you might have mindset issues. He said, so you want to work on your mindset, and two, you want to manage your energy. You don't want to be postured like, prospects are a dime a dozen, right? People are coming at you. You're going to sign people up. It's just a matter of whether you want to be part of it or not. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. Do you want to be a part of it or not? So that's it. Let's see. I don't want to do all these objections because there's just way too many. You could always generate more prospects. These are all money objections. These are all objections. Let's see. Yeah. So we're going to go over objections in a couple weeks. So that's all I got for you. The main thing when you're closing is ask more questions. Keep your energy, right? You want to make sure that you're not you're not too hyped up either. You don't want to anything that's over the top. You just kind of want to be even keel. You don't want to be dishonest, and ask more questions. Get to the root of the person's problem, and you'll start sponsoring more people. Let's see. All right. Maybe I want to go over one objection for you. What is the one objection everybody gets all the time? Let's see. It's the don't have the money, right? Objection. So I want to find that one. Let's see. So I don't have the money objection. We're going to go over one objection, okay? Just to kind of give you a taste of what's coming. So number one, he says, if you're getting this a lot, you may have money mindset issues. In other words, you need to work on your abundance mindset, okay? Remember, there's tons of people out there. It's okay to make money. Don't worry about, being greedy and all this other stuff. Right now there's a single mom out there wishing that you would show her a way that she can make some money. Right now there's a disabled vet out there wishing that someone would show him a way where he can make money. And but sometimes we get caught up with the fact that it costs to get in, you know. And again, I just went over this in the objection thing, like he used Pop Warner, and he said, these Pop Warner football, these kids, they pay money to play football, right? He was talking to a prospect. He goes, yeah, and a lot of them are not going to go pro. Well, yeah. He goes, well, does that make that a scam? So you have to, it's not that you're trying to convince people or force people in, but you got someone who needs it. They say they need it, and sometimes you just have to you have to, like, and this is a bad word, but manipulate the situation to where they can see that this might change their life, and Ray always says, he was in, I think he 12, then great at 13 network marketing company. I don't know, maybe 11, then failed at first 11, then the 12th one. I don't know. And, he was in foreclosure, and thankfully he went, his friend invited him to an event, and he went and he joined, and boom, he finally made it happen, so if not, he'd still be in foreclosure or whatever, So anyway, I don't have the money. So one, you may have money mindset issues, or your marketing is sending the wrong message. If you're in marketing, so your marketing could be sending overhyped message, like join for free and make thousands of dollars tomorrow. Who is going to fall for that? He said, not someone who's very bright, or not someone who really has like the mindset to build a lasting business, right? So, and one of the favorite ones he has for I don't have the money is, are you trying to get in? Or are you trying to get out? Let me ask you something, just curious. You say you don't have the money. Are you trying to get in, or are you trying to get out? Like, wait, what do you mean? Well, some people say they don't have the money, but it's because they're really not interested in buying the product or joining the team. Other people maybe really don't have the money right now. Which one are you, right? And you may catch them and say, "Oh, you're right. I don't really want to join," And then you could say something like this. Let's see. Totally cool. Let me ask you this. Do you know anybody that does want to make extra money if I shared them step by step how to do it? Do you know anybody that does want to make extra money if I could show them step by step how to do it? And a lot of times that person will end up signing up. So if they, no, I really don't have the money right now, you say, okay, well, and this is a good question. How far off are we? So let me understand this. You don't have whatever your cost. You don't have $100 in the bank or a credit card or anywhere right now, and they might say something like, "Well, I have this one credit card, but it's supposed to be for emergencies only." And you can say, "Well, if that's all you have for this amount of money, maybe it is emergency time, or maybe it is that rainy day." So something like that. But the other way, which one I like, is he likes to say, "How far off are we?" He's like, "No, I really do want to join. I really don't have the money, Okay, so how far off are we? Well, I got $100 in the bank. I have $50 upstairs. So I guess I just need another 150. And say, okay, so you need $150. Yeah. So now, see, the thing is, now you're battling $150, not $500, not $400, not whatever. You're battling just that small amount. So you can say, how far off are we? And you don't have to battle the full amount, assuming you don't have any way to, assuming they don't have any way to access it. Battle the difference. Let's see, how far, assuming you don't have any way to access any money to join, is that correct? And then you don't have to battle the difference. We'll go over here. It's only for rainy days. I said that. So no way to access. Okay, how far off are we? How many do you? How much money do you have access to? You're trying to get to the bottom of this. Some only need another 50, but and that's much easier to battle. So and then you want to figure out how you can get. He's given them options. He's still, you could sell stuff. You have a garage sale. People have sold, but he says people have sold their some tools. Some people have gone to the, pawn certain things that they don't want anymore, sold certain things just so they could join. So borrowed maybe $50, maybe $10 from 5 different people, just things like that. So battling, $50, $100 is way, in your mind, you're like, oh, this guy doesn't have $500, but no, but he has some money somewhere, right? He's got some money somewhere. He has it's not like he's got zero income, and he or she probably works, right? So, and if they don't work, but they're still getting income somewhere, it's coming from something. If they live in a house, if they watch the video, if they have a phone, they're getting income from somewhere. So figure out what you're really battling. Let's see. Oh yeah. So well, I have this credit card. This is that one I had it written down here. Well, if I have this credit card, but it's only for rainy days, if that's your only source, then it might be that rainy day. Maybe it's time to get serious about your finances. When would be a good time for you to get serious about your finances? So pretty strong stuff there. So that's why you got to be postured, because you can't be saying that stuff in a wimpified way, I guess. Right? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, next week, I think we're going to go over Pinterest traffic. I was on a great Pinterest training through Vince Reed's community. And, I'm not an expert at Pinterest by no means, but I found it really interesting. And I almost bought that course, the whole course that she was offering at the end. But I didn't quite yet because I want to stay focused on what I'm doing, which is this. And let's see. And then the week after that, I'm going to go over the objections. Okay. So there's another. Oh my God, the objections are more than like what the closing was, because in order to close, you got to be able to handle some of these objections. So I gave you one good one with the money there. So we're going to go over pyramid scheme. We're going to go over no time. We're going to go over everybody's doing it. We're going to go over how much are you making, we're going to go over all that. So stay tuned to the Sunday marketing solution. Next week, Pinterest. Week after that, we're going to go over these objections. All right. All right, man. This is Dr. Memo from drmemogamboa.com. And remember, together, we can do anything. Peace. Have a great Sunday, guys.